In this class, we're going to be using the Securities and Exchange Commission's website to pull financial statements for public companies, so it's imperative that you know where to go to find this information. Now, the Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC for short, is the U.S. government agency that's responsible for the oversight and the regulation of financial markets and stock exchanges. Companies that list on public exchanges such as the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ are required to disclose relevant financial information on a regular basis, and this information can be found on the SEC website. So I've got the SEC website pulled up right now, and as you can see, I'm on sec.gov. So if you haven't already, go ahead and access that with me. Now, there's all kinds of good information on here, but to locate the financial statements, you're first going to click on Company Filings. So I'll click that now. And this is going to take you to the Edgar database where financial records are held. Now, under Company and Person Lookup, you can either put the company's name in here or its ticker symbol. And I generally find that it's easier to use the ticker symbol here, but if you don't have it, you can search for this either on Google or on Yahoo Finance. Now, in this course, we're going to be analyzing TJX companies extensively, and maybe you've heard of this company and maybe you haven't, but if not, TJX is a multinational company that owns several retail brands, including TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, and several others. TJX company's ticker symbol is simply TJX, so let's type this in the box here. And when you type TJX, you get 3 results, and that's not uncommon when you're looking for companies. Now, you know that you're accessing the right one when you see the ticker symbol at the end, so we're going to click on the first result here. Okay, and on this landing page, we see company information, latest filings, and selected filings. Now, companies communicate to investors through press releases, and each press release is done under a specific code. So on this page, we see the S8, the 10Q, and a couple of 8Ks. And just briefly, a 10Q is a quarterly financial report, and an 8K is the general form that's used to make announcements to the investing public. So on here, we have a notification of earnings, and we also have a notification that a certain director had departed the company. Now, I'm recording this video in September of 2022, so yours probably is going to look a lot different here, but you should see something pretty similar to what I have on my screen. Now, for this class, we're going to be reviewing Form 10K, and the 10K is a comprehensive report that discusses financial condition and operating performance over the course of a year. And so to find this, you're going to click the plus button next to 10K and 10Q. And now we're going to click View All 10Ks and 10Qs. So by default, these files are organized by date. So as of the date of this recording, the most recent filing was a 10Q for the second quarter of 2022. What we're looking for here is the 10K filed on March 30th, 2022, and this is the third result on my screen, but again, this may be further down depending on when you're watching this video. Now, notice that the reporting date is January 29th, 2022, and what this means is that January 29th, 2022 was the last day of that reporting period. Now, this may seem strange, but TJX has a February through January fiscal year as opposed to the standard January through December. So this is why you see this date here as opposed to 12/31. So let's pull up the 10K. And on a new tab here, what we have is about a 100-page report that summarizes the company's financial performance over the past year. And just briefly, this report is put together by management, and it contains information about the company's business lines, its risk factors, financial exhibits, management team, and so on. And where we're going to be using this 10K in this class is to look at the management discussion and analysis, which is where the executives discuss the business's operating performance in depth. So again, later on in the class, I'll walk you through some examples of where to find specific commentary on these financial statements, so make sure that you have this page bookmarked for those later lessons. Now, to just access the financial statements, let's go back to the Filing tab. And under the same 10K, we're going to click this button that says Filing. So now we're at a repository where you can access all the filings and exhibits as of that filing date. Now the financials can be found under Interactive Data. And now what you're going to do is you're going to click on this button on the left side that says Financial Statements. And the statements that we're going to be focusing upon in this class are the consolidated statements of income, the consolidated balance sheets, and consolidated statements of cash flows. Now, the reason that these are shown as consolidated is because the business rolls up or it consolidates all of its individual companies into these reports. So again, go ahead and bookmark this page as well because we'll be coming back to this several times in this class. Now, in the following lesson, I'm going to show you how to use a financial calculator. I'll see you in the next video.